Solve systems of equations using substitution. Now, I kind of want to go over something real quick before I do this. Boys and girls, x and y. The x value comes first, the y value comes second. If I have this right here, and I have the equation, I don't know, and I want to figure out if this is if this is actually a solution, then I would plug in the 2 for the x and the 1 for the y. 2 plus 2, does that equal 13? No, that's 4 equals 13. That is untrue, so this is not a solution. Okay? We just did substitution. We substituted the 2 in. We substituted the 1 in. Substitution here is the exact same thing. We are on page 64, and the very first thing says solve an equation for one variable if needed. If we notice right here, it's already solved for the one variable. It says y equals. It's already solved for it. It is in slope-intercept form. Plug that equation, so I'm going to plug this equation right here into the other equation from the problem. So I'm actually going to take the part that y equals, this right here, and I'm going to plug it in for the y value. Okay, it says that's what y equals, so I'm going to plug it in for y. Here we go. Oops, I need to see it. X plus 2, parenthesis, and what does y equal? Y equals 3x plus 2. Then the rest of the equation equals 11. Now, you know what I'm actually going to do? I'm actually going to change it up a little bit, and I'm going to use a different color so that you can even see that all I did was replace the y. That is all I've done, is replace the y. I took the y out and replaced it with what it equals. Okay? Then the next part says, and solve. So I need to solve this equation. So x plus 6x plus 4 equals 11. Combine like terms, get 7x plus 4 equals 11. Subtract 4 from both sides of the equal sign. 7x equals 7. Divide by 7 and get x equals 1. Okay, so now we have what the x value is. We have what the x value is. Then it says plug your answer in to find the other variable. Now, it doesn't matter which equation you plug it into. Does not matter. I will show you that it does not matter. I am going to actually plug it in to both equations. So y equals 3, parenthesis 1 plus 2. Then I'm going to change this so that it's color coded. Then I'm going to plug it into the other equation. 1, oops, nope, blue. 1 purple plus 2y equals 11. So I can plug it into either one of these equations. It doesn't matter which one we plug it into. It should still come out to the exact same answer. So let's solve for this. So we get y equals 3 plus 2, y equals 5. Let's check it on the other one, see if that works. I subtract 1 from both sides. 2y equals 10. I divide by 2, and I get y equals 5. See, it didn't matter which equation I used. It did not matter which equation I used. Now, the answer. You can't just leave it like this, boys and girls. The answer is not just this random looking stuff. you have to say what the answer is. The answer is the x value was 1, the y value was 5. You have got to say this right here. If you don't say that, then you haven't answered the question. Then the last step is check and make sure that your answer is correct. So we are going to take the original equations. So y equals 3x plus 2 and x plus 2y equals 11. We're going to replace, we're going to replace. The y is 5 equals 3. The x was 1. Plus 2. So 5 equals 3 plus 2. 5 does equal 5. It checks off that it is a solution for this one. So now let's check the other one. Okay, 1 plus 2. And the y value here is 5 equals 11. So 1 plus 10 equals 11. 11 equals 11. You have a solution. This is your solution. It works. It is a solution. Okay, so here we're going to do this again. Let's look at this. So we need one of the variables to be solved for. It already has it solved for it right here. It's already solved for x. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take what x equals and I'm going to plug it in right there. So I have 4. And then what x equals, 2y minus 6 plus 6y equals 4. And I'm going to solve. All I did was replace the x with 2y minus 6. That's all I've done. So I'm going to get 8y minus 24 plus 6y equals 4. I combine like terms. Ooh, did I multiply right? Did I add right? Okay. Oh, yes, it's going to come out. 14y equals 28. I divide by 14, and I get y equals 2. So we just found the y value. Now we need to find the x value. So I'm going to plug it into either one of the original equations. You always want to plug it into the original equation. Now, I'm going to pick this one right here, but it really doesn't matter which one we pick. The reason I'm going to pick this one is because it already says x equals. Goodness gracious. I have all sorts of bells and whistles going off today. Sorry about that. Okay, all I've done is replace the y with what we found y to be. So x equals 4 minus 6, which will get us negative 2. So, boys and girls, that should be negative 2 comma 2. Now, you're supposed to make sure that it actually works. So I'm going to take the original equation, 4. I'm going to replace the x with negative 2 plus 6. Replace the y value with 2 equals 4. Okay, negative 8 plus 12, does that equal 4? 4 does equal 4, so it works for that one. Now we have to check and make sure it works for the other one. So I have x, and x is negative 2, equals 2 times the y value, which is 2, minus 6. So negative 2 equals 4 minus 6. Negative 2 equals negative 2. So this is my solution. So we're going to do this next one. Now, notice how they both have y equals? That means they're the exact same thing. That means that they are equal to each other. So all I'm going to do right here is take this one and put it right there. That's all I'm doing. I'm setting the two equations equal to each other. So 6x minus 5 equals negative x plus 9. All I did was take this one and put it here, and this one and put it here. They're both equal to the same exact y, so you can set them equal to each other. So add x to both sides of the equal sign and get 7x minus 5 equals 9. Then add 5 to both sides of the equal sign. 7x equals 14. Divide by 7 and get x equals 2. Now, doesn't matter which equation. I'm just going to do it to the first equation because it's the first equation. I don't care which one you plug it back into. Y equals, sorry, my dog stepped on me, 2, and then we have minus 5. So y equals 12 minus 5, and that would get me y equals 7. So it would be the 0.27. Now let's make sure that it actually works. We plug it back in. Okay, so actually I'm going to leave it as 7 equals 6 times 2 minus 5. 7 equals 12 minus 5. 7 equals 7. Voila. Now for the second one. Again, we have y, which is 7, equals negative 2 plus 9. So we have 7 equals negative 2 plus 9. So 7 equals 7. It works. So this is the solution. Okay. Getting away from that color for a minute. Here, it says x equals this right here. So I'm going to replace my x value with what x equals. Okay, let's see. I'm going to use this color. So 3, then parenthesis, negative 2y plus 8. Make sure you brought the negative with it. You can't do it without the negative. Plus 2y equals 6. All I've done is replace what the x value is. I get negative 6y plus 24 plus 2y equals 6. I combine like terms, boys and girls. Negative 6 plus 2 gets negative 4y. I subtract 24 from both sides. I get negative 4y equals negative 18. Did I do that right? Making sure. Did I do something wrong? Get off my foot. We'll find out if I did it wrong or not. I very well could have. 9 over 2. I don't know. 3 times that, 24 equals 6. Okay. So we're going to plug it in. X equals -2 times 9/2 plus 8. Okay, 2's cancel, and I get -9 plus 8, so x equals -1. So now let's check it and see. We have the point -1, 9/2. I think that's wrong, but we'll see. Maybe, I don't know. So, x value is -1. Then we have equals -2. And that's 9/2. And then we have, what color are we using? Plus 8. So that would get me -1 equals, cancels, -9 plus 8. -1 equals -1. If we plug it into the other one, we get 3 times -1 plus 2, 9/2 equals 6. So -3 plus, these 2's cancel, 9. Nope, that is the right answer. Look at that, 6 equals 6. It came out as a fraction. Amazing. Fractions are friends. Okay, so, blue's my favorite color. So I'm going to take this and I'm going to plug it in for the y value. I'm going to take 2x minus 5. I'm going to replace that y value with -6 plus, oh, that's not even, that's too close in color. I know you're like, oh, Kim, just deal with it. 2x minus 5. There we go. Plus 10. Blue. Equals 14. So 2x, -5 times -6 is a positive 30x. -5 times 10, -50 equals 14. Combine like terms, get 32x minus 50 equals 14. Add 50 to both sides. 32x equals 64. Divide both sides by 32. Get x equals 2. And we'll do this color. So the next one, I'm going to take y equals -6. Plug in the 2. And plus 10. So y equals -12 plus 10. Y equals -2. So my point is to -2. Now, I have to check my answer to make sure it's right. I plug it in. Oops. So -2 equal, oops, I didn't want to do that color. I'm going to do this color. -2 equals -6. And the x value is +2 plus 10. I get -2 equals -12 plus 10. -2 equals -2. That one works. So now let's try the other equation. 2 parenthesis 2 minus, -5 parenthesis -2 equals 14. So 4 plus 10, because negative times a negative is a positive, 14 equals 14. That works. So 2, negative 2 is your answer. I hope that helped.